Grace and peace. I am Kimberly Joy, and I thank you for listening to the Kimberly Joy Show. And I am excited because I have a very special guest with me today, Mikey J, all the way from New York. Welcome, Mikey J, to the Kimberly Joy Show.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Now, do you go by Mikey J or another name? Or should I just say Mikey? I can say Mikey J.
Yeah, it's cool.
You prefer Mikey J? Okay.
Nah, listen, my mama named me Michael Stephen Paul.
Okay.
So for film purposes, I utilize Michael Stephen Paul.
Oh, okay. Okay.
In homage to my mom.
Right.
My lyrical rap name, hip hop, is Mikey J. Because everybody still calls me Mikey to this day.
Oh, okay.
I'm in my 40s, they still calling me Mikey. And J-A-Y is for Jones.
Okay.
My last name, so Mikey J.
Okay, all right.
So whatever you want to call me,
Okay, Mike.
just whatever you want.
Okay,
You can
all
call
right.
me Michael if you want.
Michael, okay, all right, will do. Now, I want to have you on the show today because just looking over your bio, I was so impressed with all that you have accomplished.
Thank
You are an entrepreneur. You are doing your own thing. You are walking in your God-given purpose, using those gifts that God has given you. And in fact, when you sent me your bio, I wrote down a few things. You all, these are just a few of the things that this man does. Rapper, actor, director, music producer. I'm not done. Film producer, writer. Basically, you are an overall entertainer. So can you tell us, how did you get started in entertainment?
In full transparency, I gotta say, I started a long time ago, around 2005.
Okay.
Always been a rapper, writer, DJ, producer. I started producing music when I was 16.
Oh, wow, okay.
And there was a time when I didn't know my purpose. I didn't know my path. I was misguided by the direction of society.
Right.
I didn't know what I was supposed to be doing and when I was supposed to be doing it. And I would honestly say that it really started for me in 2005 when I went on tour with Wendy Williams, Charlamagne the God.
Really?
Yeah, for her film. Her first film actually starred Robin Givens and Keke Palmer, who played the young Wendy.
Wow.
So, for Mr. Faquan Clover, who actually did the film,
Yeah.
brought me on as the music producer for the score and the soundtrack.
Okay.
So I had Grandmaster Caz on there, Jazzo, who brought Jay-Z out.
Okay.
Hawaiian Sophie. That's how far back I go with Jazzo. But just to have that be my first official taste of,
Yeah.
I don't like this word, or taste of the celebrity, and people recognizing me from BT and judging Freestyle Friday, all them occasions I judged. It really started in 2005 on tour with Wendy Williams.
Wow. Wendy Williams,
Yeah.
Charlamagne the God.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, what is the name of your company? Because you have your own company, right?
Yes, ma'am. So the name of my company is named after my son.
Okay.
His middle name is Anye.
Anye.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is an island in the Mediterranean off the coast of France. So
Yeah, that's
my
nice.
wife actually came up with the name. His first name was supposed to have been Brendan, but I'm from the South Bronx originally, okay? You're not gonna name our son Brendan, and then
Okay.
we'll have problems in school. So, well, kids would be kids back then. Then
Right.
she wanted to name him Jalen.
Okay.
At that time, Jalen Rose beat the Knicks. That was not happening. So I said, come on, please, make something else. So she came up with Jaden Anye Jones.
Anye.
Yeah.
I like that, Anye. Okay. Now, you have a new movie that you're working on, right? Right
Yes,
here
ma'am.
in the city.
Yes, ma'am.
And it's titled Heathen.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about it? I know you can't give everything away, but can you tell us a
Sure.
little bit about Heathen?
Sure. Well, first, Heathen actually started out as a television episodic series,
Oh, okay.
and I'm being distributed I'm actually distributed through Dame Dash and his Dame Dash Studios company.
Okay.
For those who are unaware of who Dame Dash is, there wouldn't be a Precious without Dame Dash financing that. There wouldn't be The Butler.
Yeah.
Dame Dash put up $2 million of his own money for that. He's also produced and directed Paid in Full. That's his as well. Paper Soldiers, and a whole bunch of other films. Dame Dash is responsible for a lot of content out there. My films, I finance my films and everything, so when the opportunity came and arose, the contract, which is so great, is one of the best contracts that was put forth in front of me. So my blessing wasn't rushed. People wanted me to rush a blessing that only God can give me.
Come on. Right.
So Amazon was only paying 2 cents per stream.
Okay.
Netflix had offered me a great financial contract, but it wasn't conducive marketability-wise.
Okay.
Because I had to do my own marketing, which is no problem.
Right.
But if you want to retain my content for 2 years, you guys have to, it ain't about the money for me. It's about the getting the product out there.
Right.
So with Anye Film Group, which is my actual company, Heathen was supposed to actually have been an episodic series.
Okay.
But Homestead Entertainment, who licensed and along with my contract, they're no longer accepting episodic series.
Oh, I see.
So like Mr. Omar Salgado, who was the head of acquisitions for Dame Dash Studios, he said we were good. We could put the episodes we have out, but there were 5 other episodes that were not licensed.
I see.
So I wouldn't be able to put them out.
Okay.
So he said, you can make it a full-fledged film. I asked him, can I make it a full-fledged film?
Okay.
And I wrote up 8 other scenes, and Heathen is definitely going to be if the shoe fits, wear it.
Okay.
That's what Heathen,
Okay.
you know what Heathen means?
Right.
If
Yeah.
the shoe fits, wear it. But if the shoe fits, fix it.
Yeah.
Fix it. No
That's
one will
good.
condemn you for fixing yourself. No one will not love you any less for fixing yourself.
Right.
Jesus Christ, we were all broken at one point.
Right. Yeah.
And some people are still broken.
Oh,
And
yes.
broke people like to see other people broken.
Right.
Or
Right.
they would do some breaking themselves. So I was embarrassed of my past at one point until I realized that it was 3 things. Number 1, I knew of God, but I didn't know God. You can know of anybody in this world, but if you don't know Him. So I got to know God and His purpose, because once I got to know His purpose, I realized, okay, I get it. I got you. Then I realized that every apostle around Jesus Christ was a felon. So I had nothing to be embarrassed about.
Come on. Yeah.
Because these people roamed spreading the word and the gospel of Jesus Christ. So who am I to worry about what society is thinking about me and my past?
Right.
Once I realized that Peter, Paul, John, and everybody, even the women, Jesus Christ took them.
Yeah. Yes,
And
he did.
it wasn't he didn't have to fix what was to be easily mended. It was just let's do this. And finally, the 3rd thing is my mother. My mother instilled a lot in me. My mother instilled the will to be strong. Because I come from a fatherless home.
Okay.
And a black woman has to have strength in
You're right.
raising a black child
Oh, yes.
from the South Bronx. So those 3 things really, really set the precedent for me to even be who I am and write Heathen as I did. Because just because you're a heathen doesn't mean you have to stay one.
Not at all. Now, someone listening who wants to get in touch with you, how can they reach you?
You know, here's some great news for the listeners. And you're the first person who's hearing this via radio, via streaming, via everything. I officially started Anye Film Group Cincinnati about 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
And the regional director is a father figure to me, an uncle figure to me, Mr. Britton Carter, out of Cincinnati, Ohio. He's the regional director. He is a director himself, a producer, so he runs Anye Film Group Cincy. And the email address is AIGNE Film Group Cincy, CINCY @gmail.com. To be cast for a film is AIGNE Filmcasting @yahoo.com. You definitely have to follow the protocols and guidelines of the CDC. I am vaccinated. A lot of the actors are vaccinated. We don't force a vaccination on you, but you have to at least provide us with a negative COVID-19 with test result.
Okay.
And once you do, you have to be put in a bubble. For those who know what the bubble is you can't go partying, you can't go doing this. I'm diabetic. I suffer from angina, so I have to take, protect myself. But Cincinnati, it feels great to be out here filming Heathen. And tomorrow we will be starting my new TV series, Sugar Daddy. And I'm looking forward to it. Definitely thanks to Miss Wilhelmina Ham. She is really great. She's playing the wife. She's playing the wife in Heathen. And she took the direction and coaching great. Britton Carter is playing the husband, Mr. Goins. And he's the Heathen. But anybody wants to be in my films, I'm honored. I'm honored that you would love to embark on this journey with me along with God and Jesus Christ.
Yes, well, you all heard that. I want to thank you, Mikey J, for being on the Kimberly Joy Show. It has been a pleasure. And now, at your request, here is Hezekiah Walker with God Favored Me.
Wait, before we play that, that's my...
We gonna run out of time.
The lady that, Miss Maynard, thank you for this song. This song really saved me this year.
Oh, praise God, yeah.
And Hopeless Romantic comes out in September, but thank you so much. God Favored Me. Here we go.